Ozark is an American drama television series created by Dubuque. The show was released on July 21, 2017 on Netflix, starring Jason Bateman and Laurel Enney. The series is set in the fictional town of Ozark, Missouri, and follows financial planner Marty Byrde, played by Jason Bateman, and his wife Wendy, played by Laurel Enney, who relocate from Chicago to the Ozarks for a supposedly fresh start. With a 94% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and 78 awards, since 2021 Ozark has been praised by critics and audiences alike. However, anything that's deemed as great must be compared. Fans of the villain prey genre can't help but to compare their new beloved family anti-hero Marty Byrde to Vince Gilligan's Walter White of Breaking Bad's infamous character progression. The two shows share a few similarities, but they also have some major differences. Welcome to Phase 5. In this video, we will be ranking 5 of the most outstanding and important differences from the gripping Netflix series Ozark and the highly critically and fan-acclaimed AMC drama Breaking Bad. Number 5. Location. Location. Ozark is set in Missouri, while Breaking Bad is set in non-fictional Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ozark, in contrast, is a fictional town and is located in sunny Missouri, as the show paints the scenery as dark and dangerous. The usage of a deeper moody blue tone color palette has become a major defining visual characteristic of the show, which is primarily shot and edited in such dark and cool tones that have been described by some critics as obnoxiously obscuring the full scene's action at times. It has also been known for leaving viewers feeling cold, especially during intense scenes of violence. On the other hand, Breaking Bad was filmed in bright, sunny, and clear-skied New Mexico, where viewers may have been more inclined to relocate there due to its regular sunny scenery and abundant deserts. Taking no risk with their weekly meth cooking, the show was never afraid to reveal their dirty work to the light literally, as the show relied heavily on the tonal juxtaposing usage of unusual camera perspectives during action scenes, and little-remembered yet lightly thematically relevant pop songs from decades past to surprise the viewer of unsuspecting danger. Number 4. We're all in this together. The family dynamic. Walter's home life was terrible, so it was easy to get engrossed in his transition towards becoming a kingpin. Walt constantly struggles with hiding the fact that he's a meth dealer from his family. He managed to hide the severity of his crimes from his family for a long time. But on the contrary, Marty doesn't need to. In the first episode, Marty's wife Wendy, played by Laurel Enney, is quickly revealed to be aware of the money laundering that her husband is involved in for a drug cartel. Followed by a few episodes later, Marty's children also learn about his crimes. Breaking Bad focused heavily on the drama of keeping secrets and how those secrets can affect a family's bond, while Ozark explores what happens when those secrets are suddenly revealed. The Byrde family seems to hold up with greater union. Despite what is shown in the show, Marty's life from the start of the series hasn't been so perfect either. His wife was cheating on him, and his kids were typical spoiled and bratty teens. But once exposed, his wife proves to be just as cunning as him, and their children grow up very quickly. Viewers then come to root for and are invested in the family's dynamic rather than for the sole character villain to either win or fall because everyone has turned against him. Number 3. Walter White has more swagger than Marty Byrde. Walter White goes from a timid and meek chemistry teacher who discovers he has lung cancer at the beginning of the series to later on grow into a much more intimidating and formidable character. Thanks to the brilliantly versatile performance of Bryan Cranston, Walter White's character is both physically and emotionally transformed. He creates the persona named Heisenberg to protect his identity within the drug industry, but this quickly turns into an menacing alter ego. Initially struggling heavily to insert himself in the international drug trade as a kingpin, creating Heisenberg allowed himself to fully fall in love with his bad guy persona, giving him free rein to rule and act without identical restraint. This has made him one of the most compelling on-screen villain transitions to watch, as it was even more difficult for viewers to predict what he'll do next. Whereas Marty Byrde is introduced as quite square and bland accountant who just got mixed up into some shady business deals. Ozark has not glamorized or over-exaggerated Marty's relatively small-scale villainy simply as he never tries to portray himself as anything more than a knowledgeable and handy accountant. He does not have a self-factualizing bad boy Scarface persona he relies on to escape in unlikely situations, but instead he relies on his white-collar superpowers of bureaucracy, knowledge, and paperwork to do so. Number 2. The female characters rule the show. Although the males are the main characters, the female characters shine and get a lot of attention on Ozark, contrasted to Breaking Bad, where one of their major flaws was its lack of compelling female characters. Walter's wife, Skylar, played by Anna Gunner, was a controversial character on the MC show. Some fans love her for being a strong woman in a patriarchal society, while others can't stand her for being weak, constantly nagging her husband, and not complying with his corruptly actions. Her character received a fair amount of undue hatred, as she unfortunately was forced to spend most of her time in the thankless role of wife, getting in the way, along with her sister Marie, played by Betsy Brandt. However, Jesse is short-lived landlord and girlfriend, Jane, played by Kristen Ritter, and corporate villain, Lydia, played by Laura Fraser, deserve an honorable mention, as their plots were more memorable throughout the show's recollection. Ultimately, women were never given enough screen time or dialogue to make an impact on the plot of Breaking Bad. Contrasted with Ozark, where nearly all of the show's best characters are female, and viewers often find themselves rooting for the female characters almost more than the males. Wendy, who is excellent in her role as Marty's wife, proves to be his equal on many occasions and is notably responsible for making many of the difficult decisions. Ruth, played by Garner, acts similarly to the untamable Jesse-like heart of the series as Marty's foul-mouthed protege, while psychotic farmer Darlene and Marty's boss drug lawyer Helen both exquisitely play chilling surprise villains in every episode. The lacking presence of female characters this strong and good were a common weakness throughout the entire Breaking Bad series. Number 1. Marty has already broken. When we meet Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston, he's a pathetic high school chemistry teacher who discovers he has cancer. That diagnosis sets up the events that occur over the following seasons as viewers watch him evolve into a drug kingpin, whereas Marty Byrde, played by Bateman, is already severely ethically challenged after being 10 years deep into a money laundering scheme, a part of a major Mexican drug cartel. Viewers are meeting Marty after he has made his decision of immorality already and is being forced to face the unsettling consequences, as he must uproot his entire family for the sake of their livelihood. While Breaking Bad viewers meet Walter White at his most fragile state after just learning he had been diagnosed with cancer. Viewers instantly sympathize with Walter, making him a protagonist hero initially. It is then a slow ride for viewers who get to go on a 5-season journey of Walter White's faltering progression as drug manufacturer and supplier. Walter leads a secret life from his family, who grows to resent him, and viewers question his morality as it slips week after week. Viewers of Ozark are not expected to root for a financial advisor who is, at the outset, untrustworthy. However, the extent he goes to in order to protect his family forces viewers to root for him unquestionably, despite him already being broken into his unethical ways, ultimately making it the number 1 difference of the two shows. And there you have it, the top 5 most outstanding differences between the two well-loved and critically acclaimed shows, Ozark and Breaking Bad. Please share any other major differences you may have noticed between the two series in the comments down below. Also, please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching Phase 5.